What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to show y'all how I do turkey fans. I've got some wings and everything. I haven't recorded none of them, but I'll explain it. Best thing you do is when you get your fans and everything, you just want to make sure that you skin it all out. A lot of all this stuff I'm going to trim off. I could have done it in the beginning, but you just trim it all off, get all the meat and fat out of there, clean the bones off really good, and then I pack all that with borax and I let them dry. Typically it takes a pretty good while for the wings and stuff to dry. Just takes a couple weeks. But today I'm going to show y'all how I do a fan. Now you can do a fan multiple different ways. I've went in and fleshed all this out before and cleaned it up real good and then just borax it and let it dry. You can do the same exact method and then Bondo it, or you can do like I'm going to show today. I use Smooth Cast 300. So all I typically do is cut everything out, and sometimes I do them with the skin. Excuse me. Sometimes I leave the skin and everything on, holding the tail fan together, and sometimes I pull every individual feather out and just rebuild it. I got to meet Ray Murphy over the weekend at the ATA show, and super nice guy, hilarious guy, full of knowledge. I ended up picking up the tattletale and a couple of his other items while I was there. I can't say how stoked I was to meet him and just to gain some knowledge, but we're going to rebuild that tail using the tattletale today. And what I'm going to do, instead of leaving the skin and stuff on, I'm going to show y'all how I do it mostly, and that's going to be pulling each feather out, cleaning them up. I just like doing it that way. It's a lot cleaner. It adds just a little bit more time, but not much. Once you get the hang of it, kind of get a rhythm, and it all goes pretty quick. So let's get started. All right, so I like to take my front feathers here and pull them back, and you'll see where they start and stop. Yeah, you gotta be 100% dead on. You're not even going to have to use all the feathers if you don't want. But you're just going to come through and you're going to make a cut. And I just cut them off. Set them aside. I'm going to do the same thing with these. They're a little tighter because they sit closer to the primaries. I guess that's what you call them, primary tail fan. But I just go down, keep my blade as close as I can to your actual fan feathers and make a cut going down, and that'll separate the two. And there's a whole lot of other methods out there. I'm sure there's some better ones. This is just something I've kind of come up with and kind of learned. I'm sure I'll learn something different, and when I do, I'll share that with y'all. And you come on the back, do the same thing. Follow the back of them quills, cutting all that excess off. Going up next to that tailbone. I like to make me a cut going up the quill where that tailbone goes up. We got that side separated. Go along, separate the other side. It don't have to be perfect. I'll just grab them, pull it off. You don't, like I said, you ain't got to be 100% perfect clean with it. It's all going to be coming off anyhow. So now I'm going to run me a little cut here, trying to release that tailbone. Pulls right out. So now that you have that all off, you can go through and clean all that with a wire brush, but I typically just cut them all out, making sure that you keep your feathers all in line. So what I'll do is cut them and just lay them. Just like so. Now, I like to get me a little bag. I've already got one here. You take your first feather and you just scrape it off. Just like so. Comes out clean. Set it to the side. Just like that. I said it don't take no time to do this. If you ain't recording, it goes a lot quicker because I'm just trying to make sure I keep everything in frame. And I'm pretty sure that I've started doing some of this and ain't none of it in frame. But if it is, I apologize. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then I'll show y'all what we do next. You want to make sure that you keep your feathers in line the way that they went. That's my center feather. Everyone has a curl in it. Where that curl is, that was the back side. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. But you're going to take your 2 outside feathers, you're going to lay them down on number 1. All right. Once you have your outside feather on both sides, you're going to place them on number 1. There's a little bullseye right here, and you just want to make them line up. I've got that quill running and hitting on number 1. And what I like to do is take a little piece of tape and just hit this, because it's a little learning curve at first, because they're going to move on you. You just got to have some patience. And then you're just going to take that farthest outside one, and you're going to run them up. I'm going to take, this is going to be, how many do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to run these 2 right here are the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. So knowing that them are the middle and this one went under there, so I'm just going to leave them be for right now, right in the middle. Now we're going to take each feather, we're going to lay it in place, going over the top of each one of these. And you can tell they kind of have a natural curve to them. And you can take them, like some of these, you can take and just zip them. Try to get them as cleaned up as you can. Now we're going to go to the other side. Some of these is from whenever the customer harvested it, or they're stomping on it, they're flopping around, beating themselves up. Now, we'll bring this feather in, bring that feather there. So now that you're looking at this, you're like, well, that ain't nowhere near right. Well, all you do is you bring this one over. I got tape touching me everywhere. And just kind of move them around until you get everything nice and even all the way around. All right, I like it. So now, I like to mix just a small dab of the Smooth Cast 300. Make sure we had equal parts. I'm just going to pour that in. I used to just take them and put all my feathers on and then pour this stuff on. But what I have found is that if you do that, you don't get good penetration. So I like to kind of do it in a layer. And be careful with this stuff when you're mixing it, because for some reason this stuff will splatter and gets everywhere. This stuff will start heating up. You want to get it to right before it starts to kick. When it starts to kick, this stuff is going to turn white. So if you wait too long, you won't never get it on right. So I like to just do a little bit at a time. And you'll feel it start to heat up on you. You get a lot of bubbles in it and it'll start thickening up. Once it starts thickening up, you got to get pretty quick. It don't take a lot. You can do Bondo. Bondo's a little bit easier. I'll pour just a little bit. Once it starts to kick, it's kicking on me there. I'm just going to pat it down into place. Just like so. Now you can run a piece of tape on there and everything. The only reason why I'm not is because when I go to lay my other feathers on, that's when I'll lay my tape on. So now on your other feathers for your fan, I try to pick out the best ones, but I'll pull them out. When you pull them out, they come pretty clean. But you'll take and just zip them ends off. Little downy feathers. So now I'm just going to place that one. A little too big. And this does not have to be perfect. Every bit of this is going behind the plaque anyhow. Just like so. Now we're going to take our iridescent feathers and we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll do 10 or 12. Now, I don't get too crazy on which goes where or how which one overflow or overlaps, because these things can go any kind of way. Now if I was mounting a bird, it would be different, but that looks pretty uniform. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me a piece of tape and I'm going to go right over the top of all of them. Kind of mash that down. Take me another piece, go on an angle, same thing. Angle. Now I can kind of get them in line there, and we're going to mix up some more. add a little bit of part A. Just mix it. Now let's go around. I am gonna allow this to thicken up just a little bit more. Right before it starts to kick, I'll pour some in just so it penetrates down through the quills. And then I'm gonna pay attention to it all. And then as it thickens, I'll pour in the rest of it to fill all them voids up. Now we're gonna fold this plastic over. Mash everything in. And now, pull your tape and everything off. Now we're just gonna let this thing dry. And there you have it. Take just a second to dry, but that's what happens. You get a nice hard adhesion. There you go. And you can trim all this excess off if you want. Oh, doesn't really matter, but they're going to be going on the back of a plaque anyhow, so you're not going to see anything. But yeah, guys, that's how you do it, or that's how I do it anyhow. If y'all like this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what you would like to see next, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.